What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Derek coming at y'all with another video. It's been a minute. I don't like to make these I don't know, how could I say it, sound like you're complaining videos and nothing like that. I'm one of those that like to always be in good spirits and stuff, but today was one of those days, I just come close to saying F it. Telling Melton, hey, route me back to the terminal, man. I'm done. So today I delivered in Waco, Texas. I actually made it here a day earlier. Shot at my DM, see if I could deliver earlier. He said no, that he asked, and they told him no or whatnot. They leave early on Fridays, which is crazy. Anyway, long story short, my appointment was at 7. I made it there at 6:45. Kent Companies putting up the steel beams and stuff. They're building something, I don't know, right down Exchange Parkway. I arrived 6:45. It was me and a couple other trucks. I called the point of contact, which I always do whenever I ride to a shipper. If I don't see anybody out, I call a number that's given to find out what I got to do, where I got to go, because I'm new to Flatbed. And not just that I'm new, but at the same time I want to get in and out, because at the end of the day we running off a clock. It's not like we just run, we go and do what we want to do, get up and drive when we want to drive. We running off of time. So I hit the guy up and he was like, yeah, man, we're not gonna start unloading trucks till 7:30. Well, I think I was like fifth in line, and they actually didn't start pulling us into the gate till after 7:30. Pull into the gate, I didn't get unloaded till about 9:45, man. Sat there all that time being detained. To me, detention pay or whatever they call that, man, that's nothing, man. Yeah, we pay you for your time sitting, but it's not like paying me for getting these miles, So that put me back. I was supposed to be at shucks, I don't even know how to pronounce the plant, Gerardo, Gerdau, and Melton, whatever, Texas. Worst experience I've had in my life in a long time. Worst experience. I guess they see the tattoos and stuff and whatever, think he this and this. Man, look, this is artwork. None of this is gang related or anything like that. So, but I'm military, 9 years. I was a whole site safety manager before even getting into trucking, and the only reason why I got out of that because of COVID-19. We got reduction of force or whatnot, which I always said I wanted to try trucking, and then my wife wanted to start her own hot shop business. So trucking was really always on our mind. So when COVID-19 hit, I just went ahead through with it. So anyway, back to the subject. I get unloaded in Waco, get my next load, which is to go to Melton or whatever, however you pronounce it, Texas, to Gerdau plant, pick up some steel, 3 layers of steel. Well, anyway, when I get the load assignment on the Qualcomm, it says that I have to have 8 pieces of dunnage. Well, lo and behold, you know, normally you get 6 pieces of dunnage, and that dunnage wasn't given to me. You know, when we first hired on with Melton, we were given straps, bungees, 3 tarps, and chains, your triangles, and I have a hazmat, so they gave me some boards and stuff to put my stickers or whatever on. What else? That was in the bar for the straps and stuff. Dunnage and nothing. We wasn't given none of that. We wasn't even told about. Well, we were told about dunnage and was like, oh, you'll get that later. So me, of course, like, what is later? Because if you're dispatching me out to go do something and I need it and I don't got it, then that means I got to pay for it. So anyways, long story short, I actually met up with another Melton guy that had been with Melton for some years, and he was like, hey bro, look, go over there and take whatever you need, bro. That's what it's there for. I don't know what they told you, but you need to get you some dunnage. So I picked up 6 pieces of dunnage, and that's what I've been carrying along with me. So when they said 8, I'm like, well, I don't have 8. So in the instructions, it said that when you get to the plant, the guard or whatever, you know, they'll direct you to or sell you some dunnage. So lo and behold, I pull up. Now you got signs that's telling you where to go far as to get to the guard shack. You get to the freaking guard shack, you got 2 guards sitting in there just chilling. So I'm on the scale, and you got an arm down, and I'm just sitting on the scale, because normally every other plant that I went to, you sit on the scale and the guard is right there. They're telling you what's next, what you got to do. So I'm sitting on the scale, arm still down, nothing moving. It showed my weight and everything. So I'm like, what I'm supposed to do? So lo and behold, I get out the truck, cut the truck off, get out the truck, or whatever. Walk to the guard shack, and I asked him, like, hey man, what am I supposed to do? I'm new. I've never been here before. Oh, my bad, man. You go over there in that shack over there, and everything is done by a computer because of a covet. All right, so I go over there to the computer, go back to my truck, get my phone, go in there, pull up the pickup number and all. They ask for all that on the computer. Type all that in. They ask you a list of questions. Then they get to the part about dunnage. So I click no, because I don't have 8 pieces of dunnage. I got 6. I was told I could get them when I got here. So when I click the no button, if you click no on any one of those answers on that computer, that gate is not going to open. So when I clicked the no button, went through everything else, it said go back to the guard shack, make a U-turn, go back to the guard shack, and they're going to direct you from there. So I'll make the U-turn, go back to the guard shack. Now mind you, I'm killing time. My clock is running, so I'm killing time. The guard tells me to go straight down. You got a TA written on the building, big TA written on that building. Go straight down to the TA, man, and they're gonna sell you some dunnage. All right, so hop in my truck, go straight down. Big old building, say TA. So I walk in there, and the guy's just looking at me like, hey, what do you want? So I tell him, say, hey, look, I'm with Melton. I'm a driver. I need some dunnage. He was like, well, why they sent you here? He said, man, I don't sell dunnage. I said, well, that's what the guards over there. They told me to come straight down, come to this building here and say TA. And he was like, no, man, look, get back in your truck, make a U-turn, bust a left out of here, and you're gonna pass 3 driveways. Once you pass the 3rd driveway, there's gonna be another little small portable building that says TA on it. That's where you get your dunnage. All right, so go over there. Go in the building, no one's in the freaking building. So I'm thinking guy maybe in the bathroom, go, bathroom doors open, not in the bathroom. Walk, got other little rooms in there, walk, I yell, hey, is anybody in here? I yelled it again, hey, is anybody in here? No answer. So once again, my clock is winding down. So I walk outside, it's a maintenance building. Go over to the maintenance and ask and say, hey guys, someone works in this building? Y'all know the guy works in this building, or the girl works in this building? And he was like, no, that's their truck. They should be in there. They shouldn't leave the building. So I was like, well, nobody's in there. He's like, well, maybe they're in the restroom. I said, no, the door's open to the restroom. Nobody's in there. So I'm walking back to my truck to get my phone, because now I'm pissed. I'm finna call Melton and let him know, hey, look, I'm here. I need this dunnage, and nobody's here to get the dunnage. And these guys in the maintenance shop, you know, like the guy you need, you know, whoever's in that running that building over there needs to be in that building. So lo and behold, when I'm getting ready to call Melton, here comes the guy walking around the building. I guess somebody, the guy in his maintenance shop said, hey man, the guy looking for you. So he walks over there, he asks what I need, and I told him. The paperwork said that I needed 8 pieces of dunnage, and I only had 6. So we go in his office, we get to talking. He's like, man, you need a chin strap. You got a chin strap on your hard hat. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, my hard hat's not going nowhere, man, once I put it on my head, you know. He was like, yeah, but it's plant policy that you have a chin strap. So fine, cool, because in the instructions, Melton said that you got to have cash money and you pay. Lo and behold, though, what I didn't know, every freaking thing in that PPE building is $10. A $1 freaking chin strap is $10. Now, mind you, I was a site safety manager for 3 years. Where's my hard hat? I've worked in a plant for 8 years. 3 is wastewater/water operator, certifications and everything. I left that, went to school for electrician, got all my stuff together, certificates and whatever, certifications. I did electrical for a while, decided I didn't want to be in the field anymore, so I went back to school, got my degree in project management, still working on my master's in safety, and I became a safety manager/coordinator. This freaking with the hooks, $10 freaking $10 for this bullshit. All right, now, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. I had to pay for it. I got it. Leave, get in my truck, leave, pull back up to the guard shack, go back in, input everything in the computer, gates open, tell me where to go, I go. Yard B. Get to Yard B. Now, once again, I'm new to trucking, you know, so I'm not really knowing what I'm picking up. I see there's a bunch of fucking steel sitting out there, so it says there's a writing on the board saying, set up your truck and wait for the forklift. So I set my dunnage up. I start in the center line of my trailer, and I work my way left and right, 8 to 10 feet apart is what I put my boards. I got 8 boards, so I'm 4 going to be at the bottom, and then they're going to have another layer put 4 at the top. All right, well, forklift driver come get me. We go to the back, and he was like, where's the rest of your dunnage? I said, I was only told I need 8. He's like, no, you need 15. You got 3 layers. So I'm looking at him puzzled. I'm pissed. I'm frustrated. So he can see the frustration on my face. I'm holding it all in. You know, once again, like I said, I come from management, so I know how to deal with people. Like I said, I was a site safety manager, so I took my hard hat up. I grabbed my hair like this, and I took a deep breath, you know, and I said, Jesus, fix it. So he was like, look, man, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go get you something. Just give me a minute. I'll come back. I'm gonna go get you something. We'll come right back and I'm gonna load you up. So lo and behold, he went. He came back with a bunch of dunnage, and he was like, hey, this I want you to line it up for me, and I'm gonna go ahead and load you up. So did what he said. He loaded me up and shot out. That's it. So once again, I'm new. Never been to this plant before. I don't know what to freaking do. So I throw 2 straps on there. I roll around. They got 2 other guys and 2 other trucking companies sitting there. So I go ask one. He looked at me like I had shit on my face. Okay. I walked away from him because, you know me, trying to keep it professional. I went to the next guy. Asked the same question, like, hey, no, I lied. I said, excuse me, sir, I'm new. I've never been to this plant before. What is the procedures? What do you do after you get loaded? You know, besides me strapping and talk my load, you know, where do I have to go to get my paperwork? He looked at me like I had shit on my face. Cool. So I just got in my truck. Same way I came in, I started going easing my way back that way. I see a tarpon bay, and I see another truck under the tarpon bay. So I roll around there, go under one of the tarpon bays. I throw all my straps up, my edge protectors, put them on, tighten my straps up real good. I put my tarp on. Now, mind you, but all this that went on, what I'm telling y'all, before I even got the strapping and tarping, I probably done lost 2 hours, 2.5 hours right there, just off of foolishness, miscommunication, and no guidance, no direction. So here we are. I think I had, at that point, 4 hours left for my, I might have had about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. 4 hours left on my clock. So when I looked, I was like, okay, well, this is going to take me about an hour to strap this up. Hour and 30 minutes, strap this up and put my tarps on. So lo and behold, yeah, it was about 3 o'clock when I finished. Now, once again, I'm new. Never been to this plant before. Nobody's there to instruct you, tell you what to do. So after I finished strapping and tarping, I head on back to the guard shack, thinking that, hey, they was going to scale me right there and gonna give me my paperwork there. Pull up to the guard shack. Hey, I'm finished. Do I get my paperwork here or what? No, man, the scale house is on the other side of the plant. I'm gonna open the gate for you. I want you to drive all the way down, hit a U-turn, come back in the gate the way you came in, and make a right and follow the road all the way around. Now I'm extremely pissed at that point, because even though it's the weekend, if you don't like your job, man, quit. You know, because it should have been better direction than what it was. So lo and behold, I go around, follow the fence, pull up to the freaking scale. Nobody's at the freaking scale. So there's a truck coming, flag the truck down, like, hey man, how do I supposed to come on this scale? He was like, well, go down there, hit a U-turn, and come on the scale this way. and somebody's gonna help. Hit the U-turn, get on the scale, sitting there once again in the truck. About wait, thinking somebody's gonna come. Lo and behold, no freaking body shows up. Turn the truck off, leave it on the scale, get out, go in the freaking building. Nobody's in the freaking building. You have no sign saying, hey, get on the scale, get out, come in here, type of stuff on the computer, and it's gonna print. So anyway, get out, go in there, and it got a sign saying inside the building, input your information on the computer, and if it doesn't print, call this number, someone will assist you. So I did that. I inputted my pickup number and all that, and all my information popped up, hit print, and it printed. Got back in my truck. Now I'm totally frustrated, decombobulated, and like, honestly, I wanted to call, send a free form to Melton and be like, look, I resign, send me to the terminal as soon as possible, so I'm sitting in the truck, I'm rocking back and forth, I'm praying, I'm thinking, and I'm like, man, it's Christmas, you can't, right now you can't do it. So I chunked it up, I said my prayers, I talked to God for a little minute, because me, I meditate some mornings, or I'll sit in my truck some mornings, or as I'm driving, I'll sit there and talk, or talk to my dad. My dad's been going, I'm 36, he's been going for 34 years. He died active duty in the military, so I'll sit there and I'll have conversations with him and God. Like, I won't bullshit you. I'll be sitting here talking to myself, or some days I'll be at home, or I'll be talking to myself, and my wife and my baby look at me like, who are you talking to? But anyway, and I was like, y'all just watch over me, lay your hands on me, because I was that frustrated today, man. It really got to me. It got the best of me, and this hasn't happened to me in a while. When I say a while, man, like, it brought me back to the point of wanting to bring the old me out, the kind of drill sergeant / crazy man. But I held my composure. I got through it. Now I don't even know if I'm gonna make the load on time Monday. Melton is asking for a legal ETA date. I don't have I'm running off of recaps, so I don't have time coming back to me Monday. But the way my trainer explained it to me, I was explaining the situation, because I always call my trainer Pat. He 100, man. Like, dude really 100. He want to see you succeed. That's the least I can say about most people. But they was asking for a legal ETA date, and the way he was explaining it to me, he was like, bro, you still can make it. He was like, it's gonna be tight, it's gonna be a tight push, but you still can make it, because the time that you lost today, that you wasn't driving or whatever, or your 70 or whatever he was saying, you still got that time. You're gonna get that time back. So when you go to the TA or wherever you're going, park for the night, get you some rest, man, and don't worry about it. If you're not gonna make it, just let them know. Tomorrow, see how far you get tomorrow, and look at your 70, and you'll be able to tell you what you're gonna do. So I did that. I tried to calculate it. If I figure if I do X amount of miles tomorrow, it'll put me a good way. Still put me a good about 400 miles away. So I shot Melton back with an ETA. Will I make that ETA? I don't know, man, because I'm still trying to understand how these recap work. We'll find out. But man, when I tell you today was just a total screw up, from start to finish, and I felt like none of it was my fault, which it wasn't. I was detained in one site, which killed my fucking clock, and I get to another place where I was misguided or with lack of direction, which killed my clock. I could have been up the road at least 200-300 miles up the road, and I know for a fact if I'd have went up the road 300 miles, I know for a fact, a pure D fact, that tomorrow, which I'm gonna still do it, I would have ate the road up. So being that this pushed me back, even if I eat the road up tomorrow, being that I didn't get to get what I wanted to get today, that's gonna kind of hurt me. So I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna give my best effort forward to get there Monday at 8. Can't say that I will, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna give it my best shot. I'm gonna pray long and hard though tonight, because this is something I gotta get used to all over again. You know, when you train, when you work yourself up to something and it's just going smooth, you know, things have been going smooth for me for the last couple of years. Like I said, I've went through a lot, and I put myself in a position to win. So yeah, we had good days and we had bad days, but you know, like I said, I brought myself to that position. So to come here now, I gotta reposition myself, as TD Jakes would say, reposition myself to deal with this type of stuff. Is it all worth it? You know, that's just the stuff you gotta sit down and evaluate. But Christmas is coming up, so I'm gonna hang in there. Do a lot of soul searching tonight. I'm gonna pray about it, and we'll go from there. But yeah, man, grind with a purpose, you know, that's what I keep telling myself. GWP, dear, GWP, grind with a purpose. Dust your feet off, or get up and keep on trucking. So that's what we're gonna try to do, you know, try to keep it positive, you know. And before I turn negative and making negative videos, I'm gonna just give it up all as a whole, you know, because I'm not a negative person. And I don't like to be sitting there feeding off of negativity, because at the end of the day, man, I want to see everybody dwell, and I like to put out positive stuff, you know, and be positive, because that's just what I was when I was working in the plant. You know, I like to help people. So if it gets to the point where it's just really getting to me, and I feel like this ain't what's up, then, you know, I'm gonna just let it go as a whole. But yeah, man, on another note, life is great. You know, I can't complain. I can't blame Melton for all this, but at the same time, I sure hope that they address it, because I did send a free form and I sent the message. I didn't get a reply back because it's the weekend, but I'm gonna let my DM know again Monday, like, hey man, this Saturday was a bunch of bullshit. It really was, you know. But once again, like I say, grind with a purpose. I got an overall ending goal, and I'm gonna shoot for it. I'm gonna keep on trucking, you know, and hopefully it gets better, you know. But knowing me, I'm always looking for new avenues, so I'll find a way. It'll hit me. I pray long and hard, talk to God and my dad long enough, they'll give me a ultimatum. But yeah, man, I thought I'd throw that out there. This your boy, Trucking with Stevo, GWP, grinding with a purpose. Flatbed gang. Holla at y'all later. Deuces.